While it may not seem like it, the CX-30 is bigger than the CX-3, meaning it fits right between the CX-3 and the CX-5 in Mazda's lineup. And with the CX-9, Mazda has more crossovers and SUVs than they have sedans, because that's the crazy crossover SUV world that we live in. Oh, and this has an off-road button. Apparently this isn't called the CX-4 because there's already a CX-4 in China. But yeah, somehow CX-30 was a more or less confusing name than CX-4 here in the States. And yeah, that's why they don't call it a CX-4. Pricing for the base front-wheel drive Mazda CX-30 starts at $21,900. The all-wheel drive model starts at $23,300. This here is a premium all-wheel drive model, as tested here, looking at above $31,000. Yes, the premium model here does have real leather seats, and they're really, really nice, but you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into nice seats. You can go for the select model starting at $23,900 for the front-wheel drive model, and that has fake leather seats, so if you like cool seats, go for the select, and if you want to save some money. Power comes from a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine making 186 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque, and it's plenty of power for a car this size. It's made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission, which I absolutely love because the rest of these mass automakers are defaulting to using CVT transmissions, which I hate. I've hit a 0 to 60 time of 8 seconds flat. Top speed comes in at 126 miles an hour, so yeah, it's not that powerful, but it's pretty powerful for something this size. I wish they would make a Mazda Speed CX-30 because that would be really cool. It seems like we can't get enough of this subcompact crossover segment, and automakers can't get enough of giving them to us. So the competition here includes the Honda HR-V, Jeep Renegade, Hyundai Venue, Toyota CHR, and many, many more. But the Mazda CX-30 here is really, really stepping up the benchmark for this segment. The all-wheel drive CX-30 averages 24 city, 32 highway. You have a 13-gallon tank capacity. I am averaging, let's take a look, 19.4 miles a gallon. That's pretty good, not bad at all. I absolutely love Mazda's Coda design language. It seems to be getting better and better with every model they come out with. In my opinion, Mazda has the best design language of the mass automakers. This here, again, is bigger than the CX-3. It's more of a Mazda3 hatchback for people that want more ground clearance. The only thing I don't like about this model is this crazy amount of plastic molding on the side. It doesn't look too bad in this color, but I bet in white it really stands out, so I'm not a fan of that. So let's talk real numbers for a second. The Mazda CX-30 stretches 173 inches, while the CX-3 stretches a total of 168.3 inches. So not only lines are blurring in between the competitors, but the lines are blurring in between the brands themselves. So here's something you don't see all the time. LED headlamps and LED taillights are standard across all Mazda CX-30 trims. Those are the indicators right there. If you want LED daytime running lights, you'll have to go for the select models and above. Let's check out the taillights while we're here with the indicators on. Pretty nice. The base CX-30 gets 16-inch wheels, while the select, preferred, and premium models get 18-inch wheels. And check out the wheel gap here. That's there because obviously this can do some minor off-roading if you need to do so. The color seen here is called Deep Crystal Blue Metallic, and it's one of the few colors that doesn't cost anything. My second favorite color is Soul Red, and that costs $595 extra. If I were to get a Mazda CX-30 today, it would have to be in a dark color so you don't see those plastic moldings. In white, I bet they really pop out. Trunk space-wise, you get 20.2 cubic feet in the CX-30. The Mazda3 Hatchback gets 20.1 cubic feet, and the Mazda CX-3 gets 17.8 cubic feet. If you need more room to work with, you have 60-40 split rear seats, so you can fold those down and put some more stuff in here. Check out this interior. Wow. Really good use of quality materials, really nice design. I love Mazda's interiors. They're one of my favorites when it comes to the mass automaker segment. This interior is as good as Lexus and BMW, and I'm not just overstating that. So here are your buttons in the center console. You have auto hold, parking brake, BMW iDrive selector thing for the infotainment, shortcut to maps, shortcut to music, shortcut to home, back, drive mode selector, and your volume control. And then there's a favorites button right there. So nothing that amazing going on in the gauge cluster. Just the center screen is the digital part, and you can display there your driver information, driver assist, and just a regular speedometer. So nothing that crazy, and I didn't expect it. All Mazda CX-30 models get this 8.8-inch display. You can touch it, but it's not a touchscreen. It's all controlled through the iDrive style knob in the center console. You do have Apple CarPlay, you do have Android Auto on select models and above. To give you a quick rundown, this is what the information screen looks like. This is what the entertainment screen looks like, so you can pick your media source, communication for your Bluetooth setting, navigation for your map right there. And then one thing I do want to point out, under settings, you go to connectivity settings. Mazda does now offer Wi-Fi hotspot, so you can connect your mobile devices when you're going on a long drive. But that's about it. Nothing too crazy advanced over here. Unfortunately, the Mazda CX-30 does not get a wireless charger. You get a nice little tray to put small things here. I like small wallets. That's my wallet. You get a USB port for your projection of Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You do have a USB port in the center armrest for charging and a cigarette lighter as well, but that's about it. No wireless charging here at all. If you're a fan of heated seats, you will have to go for the preferred or premium package because those are the only two packages that have heated front seats. You don't have ventilated seats, you don't have heated steering, but you do have dual zone climate control. The premium model that I'm testing here comes with a 12-speaker BOSE sound system, and it is super, super nice. Really good bass quality, really nice treble quality. Honestly, it's one of my favorite sound systems in the mass automaker segment. The steering wheel is really nice. Honestly, I prefer something a little bit beefier, a little bit smaller. This is kind of big, and now that I'm saying that out loud, it sounds kind of weird. But either way, it's a really nice design. I like it. I just wish it was a little bit beefier and a little bit smaller, and I'm going to stop saying that. The seats on the Mazda CX-30 are very nice. This premium package model here has real leather seats. If you're sitting in the back, you get 36.3 inches of rear legroom. So if your driver is tall and you're tall, you're gonna have some issues back here. So if you're tall, you might want to sit behind the passenger and bother them for some extra legroom. When it comes to driver assist tech, you do have adaptive cruise control, you do have blind spot monitoring, but the camera game isn't that exciting. You just have a rear view camera with one angle, so nothing that crazy there, but you have lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, and that's really all you need. You have a total of 4 real cup holders, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my Dunkin' Donuts in the back. And then you have side pockets for water bottles and such, but I wouldn't recommend putting a drink there. Here's what the door open and close sounds on the Mazda CX-30. Open, close from the outside and from the inside. Pretty solid. Here's what the horn sounds like on a Mazda CX-30. Pretty solid. For those of you wondering, this is what the key looks like. There's a Mazda logo. There's blank space in the back. Where are the buttons? They're on the side because this car has keyless entry, so you don't really need the key to get in and out of the car. So there are some extra buttons to the left of the steering here. You have your driver assist on and off. You have your trunk release, 2 memory seats, and then you have an off-road button here, which actually does do something. It'll apply brakes to one side of the wheel if you're stuck in some mud and sand. So if you're into off-roading, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. So since I'm stuck at home, my beard is getting a little bit out of control because I can't go see my barber. Either way, now that I've answered all of your questions about the 2020 Mazda CX-30, let me give you my opinion on what I think about this awesome subcompact crossover. Honestly, if I was in the market for a subcompact crossover, the Mazda CX-30 would definitely be it. This thing has such nice quality on the inside. It feels so nice to drive, and that's what Mazda is known for. They're known for a dynamic drive. But if it was up to me, I'd go for the Mazda3 Hatchback because I absolutely love that thing. But if you need higher ground clearance for whatever reason, go for the CX-30. Drive quality-wise, this thing is amazing. It handles so well. I love the fact that there's only 2 drive modes, sport and off. That's really all you need. You don't need any of that eco comfort stuff. You need sport and you need off. And I also love the fact Mazda is one of the few automakers that continues to put 6-speed automatic transmissions in their cars, while everybody else is going for CVT transmissions and fighting for the gains of fuel economy. Yes, acceleration might be a little slow, but we're not expecting any crazy 0 to 60 times in this segment. However, 186 horsepower is pretty good for this car this size. I mean, honestly, it's quite peppy. And once you pop it into sport mode, let me just turn around here. Once you pop it into sport mode, this thing accelerates really nice. And honestly, 0 to 60 doesn't feel like it takes 8.1 seconds or 8 seconds flat. It seems like it's quicker than that. Again, if I was in the market for a subcompact crossover, the Mazda CX-30 would definitely be it. I love everything Mazda does, from exterior design to interior quality to drive quality. It's a lot of fun. I just wish Mazda would really step up their performance game and bring back the Mazda Speed 3, the Mazda Speed 6, and while you're at it, Mazda, bring us a Mazda Speed CX-30 because I would love to see that. My top picks in this segment include the Honda HR-V, Hyundai Venue, but the Mazda CX-30 would definitely be my first go-to pick. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because that's where I get all the questions that I answer in these videos. And make sure you turn on that bell notification thing because that does something cool. And share my channel with your friends if you're enjoying my content because I want to grow this channel as much as I can. Thanks. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Peace. I'll see you later. I'm done. This was a long day of filming, and I'm going back into quarantine.